Is America about to deliver China a trump card? China's Communist Party leader Xi Jinping has been saying for years that the East is rising and the West is in decline. And right now, everything happening in Washington, D.C. seems to China to be making their case for them. Every time that Donald Trump talks about putting America first and grabbing foreign territory, he's handing a gift to China's diplomats. They've spent years arguing that China is a defender of the current world order and of the interests of all countries, especially the global south. You saw a split-screen effect at the recent Munich Security Conference. Vice President J.D. Vance horrifying Europeans with an attack on their form of democracy, followed by China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi saying that China is a steadfast and constructive force in a changing world. China sees vacuums and it's determined to fill them. In some parts of the world, particularly in the global south, there's a line at the moment that Donald Trump isn't actually anything new. He's just the old selfish America that was always there, but he has the decency to take the mask off. But that's not really historically accurate. The old America did do things that no other country was willing to do. It would step in, spend tens of billions of dollars fighting HIV in Africa. It sent thousands of medics and troops to fight Ebola outbreaks. There's a real question mark about whether China wants to or can take America's place as that kind of great power. And so for China, the propaganda wins are easy. The criticism of a selfish America is easy. But the little secret of today's geopolitics is that criticizing America first is easy, but actually China's foreign policy is not a million miles away from China first. And it doesn't want to step up and replace America one for one. For America's allies, it's been a real shock to hear President Trump sounding more like a 19th century statesman than a modern American president, suggesting that the strong get to do what they will and weak countries have to take what they can. But actually, China's worldview is not so very different. We now have two giant powers with seemingly very little interest in the post-1945 order and the idea that each country has the same rights as the others. Maybe we'll look back at the last 80 years as a holiday from history. The idea that every country could at least try to be equal. We're moving to a much bleaker, more traditional world order where might makes right and every country is on its own.